Alright. Welcome back to Dr. Stone Anime Review, episode number 18. This will be the 37th episode of the series, Great Eagles Justice. Now, in this episode, we are introduced to one new character, and that character is Francois. Basically, a person who they don't identify the gender. It looks like a woman because it's voiced by a woman. If you're curious, she is voiced, I think it's a woman anyways, Michelle Rajas. You're thinking, that name sounds familiar. Was she in any of your series you watched? Oh yes, she was Roxy in Mushoku Tensei Jobless Incarnation. She is Shion from That Time Incarnates as Slime. She is the voice of Yahweh from And Now On My Smartphone. Which, by the way, she actually came back to do that. For the most recent season of the series. Her first role was actually voicing one of the Gemini twins from Fairy Tail. Let's see. She was also in High School DxD. However, she's voice of Jeannie Aliphoria from How Realistic About the Kingdom. Yeah, I believe this character is... Oh yeah, she's the sister of Maria from the Grand Chaos Empire. Yep. Let's see. She's also Edwin Edinburgh from Spy X Family. You're thinking, who the heck is Edwin Edinburgh? Yeah, it's one of the friends of Damien's. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. By the way, Francois' most recent character she's voiced. So, it was proclaimed last episode that Ryusu really wants and he's a professional chef right away. So, basically, Francois, which is the name he first mentioned back in his debut episode, which was a special that aired last year. And, well, they need to find a way to get... where they're like, wait, we don't have a revive formula left. But I think it was recently pointed out, though, that the reporter had a little bit left because he took some. So, Soki made a deal with her. In exchange for that, he gets to make her something. It's not revealed until half into the episode what the heck she wants him to build, and she's blushing. She really wants it. You're thinking, what does this beautiful reporter want exactly? And of course, I like how Ryu's like, no matter what woman is, a woman's always beautiful in his eyes. He doesn't really give a damn. So basically, you have Totsui, pretty much him and a bunch of girls, go to and of course Ryu points out though kind of location of Francois by reminding them that this person was actually near him when he was petrified. Okay, so pretty good location. I at least got praise back. He's pretty smart. They find Francois. It look like they dig him up, he or she, and Totsui like, oh, let me excuse myself because it might be a girl. So they pour the depetrification formula ground floor on it, and the thing starts breaking. We see a part of her shoulder, and then grabs the clothes and gets dressed right away. And I'm like, what? We don't see a gender. We don't see if this is a boy or girl. Clearly, it's a girl just by its features and the fact, like I mentioned, it's voiced by a woman. And of course, she wonders where the heck Risui is. And of course, the mentors decided to follow her for 2 straight days, walking from that island over to where they are. And he's like exhausted. Apparently, he didn't get a chance to sleep for 2 days. So, apparently, this is not only his butler, but also his own personal professional chef. So it basically takes time to make a proper bread. Basically, the way they describe it as like a goat type bread. It looks like stone bread. Well, basically, it's a scone bread. I've had it before. I've seen it. It's actually really good bread. Doesn't spoil. My bread lasts for 10 months. So, and of course, adding some steam, and of course, after making the bread, then they have to basically make what the reporter wants. So they make time to make a camera, And of course, the Craftsman basically brought along, and of course, drove there via the Steam Gorilla 2, which is like drove it over like a freaking car. And oh, a mirror, but the mirror is not exactly what she wanted. What she wanted was a camera, because she loves cameras. And of course, Suku, he made her the world's first camera. And she's so happy, and of course, they basically use it to commemorate the occasion. And of course, they use it also to basically take pictures of from the hot air balloon, which of course is quite nice. And well, that's the episode. It's a really good episode. I love it. Now, in case you're curious, though, is there anywhere new characters that pop up? Well, I don't think for us this arc per se. I don't think there's gonna be any. Well, not like revive anybody else because they're out of revival form like completely. Though they say they can make it from they mentioned poop, but that'd take months. Yeah. But not much else to say about this episode. It's just really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, so that's the episode. The next episode is going to be Comic Corner and the case closed. But I got away a bit basically because I had to go take care of something because basically told Egg got me to do it. Okay? See you. Bye.